So scalability, it is also limited by the memory. So if we talk about the memory limits of scalability, addressable capacity, addressable capacity. So the idea is that every system has a physical limit on RAM. RAM is limited. Once the RAM is fully occupied, the system cannot handle more concurrent user session or large data structures in memory. So that is the addressable capacity. So memory limit is a bottleneck because when we keep on increasing the load, after a point of time, the memory will get fully occupied and no more concurrent users or large in memory data will be supported. And then what we have to do, we have to do this disk swapping. In disk swapping, what we do is when the RAM is exhausted, RAM is fully occupied, the operating system uses swap or paging, wherein it moves the data to much slower disk. This drastically reduces performance and can lead to a thrashing state where the system spends more time moving data than processing it. And what will happen is when the load is continuously increasing because of the memory limits, uh, the RAM will be fully occupied and disk swapping will be done, wherein some chunk will be stored in the hard disk and from there it will be sent to the RAM when processing will be done. So disk swapping will be more as compared to processing. System spends more time in disk swapping rather than processing. So that will degrade the performance. And in languages like Java technology, we have garbage collection. So high memory pressure, it triggers more frequent and longer garbage collection pauses, which can halt application execution and kill scalability. So now it's very clear that scalability is limited by memory limits because memory is limited. So when we keep on increasing the load, after a point of time, RAM will get exhausted, because of which disk swapping will be involved, which will significantly degrade the performance. And in technologies like Java, garbage collection will come into picture, which will further halt and degrade the performance of the system. So this is how memory limits scalability.